What's up guys, River here, and I'm here with my week 6 battle of the PTL. It's a little bit delayed. I had some issues, mainly with my voice, which was, let's say less than appealing the last couple of days, so I had to delay the recording on this. Partly the reason why we're once again getting post-coms and no team builder simply because that was... I don't like the fact that I can't do a proper team builder post-game. Like, I can't properly say what the plan was without spoiling something or just screwing things up. So, we're gonna go to this replay. On the right, I just shoved the teams real quick because no team builder, so no knowledge. So now you can actually see what's missing. What he did bring, though, are Orwell, Primarina, Rhydon, Necrozma, Serena, and Zygarde 10. My team was very simple, honestly. It was pretty much hyper offense plus a still offensive but not hyper offensive Goliath, and the goal was here to either win with Zygarde because he doesn't have any ground immunities, so it was an Earthquake Zygarde rather than a Thousand Arrow Zygarde, or with Ninetales, who had just acquired. Was not the intention to bring this week because I wanted this transfer to go over next week. So I could, what's it call it? Wait, was it this week? No, I'm pretty sure it was next week. Yeah, I originally wanted to bring Kartana, who I've replaced with Ninetales. But nonetheless, that's not gonna happen. I'll just remove the teams real quick, and we're gonna get into the actual match. So, my first idea here was to... Wait, let me just zoom in a little bit. Here, way better. My plan originally here was to... set up for Ninetales pretty much, because only Mawile can really take hits, and I guess Necrozma if he's not properly chipped. So, I'm not too familiar with what I did this game, but let's go. Oh yeah, I already remember. So this was gonna be a very annoying lead here, simply because I'm focused on Galvantula, and he is more than likely Rock Blast. So my question was, do I think I can kill him, and do I think it's worth trading if I don't? And my mindset was that it's more than likely physically defensive for Rhydon. I don't feel like especially defensive does a whole lot against my team except for tanking a hit from Galvantula. And I didn't think webs were too important. I brought webs simply because I just wanted to be able to outspeed everything with Ninetales. But I think there was one more Pokemon that outsped it outside of Zygarde, and I felt that Zygarde could be scarfed, so I figured that webs weren't important. So I just went straight up for the hits. As he does a special defensive investment, he goes for Rock Blast, but he only gets 2 hits. So Galvantula lives, I get to go for webs anyway. He brings in Zygarde, and Goliath is a very obvious switch in on the effectively non-effective Thousand Arrows. At this point, I know he's no boosting item, he's probably Adamant, max investment, just max straight up. And Serena, let me think here. I don't remember what I was doing here. I'm not gonna lie. So he goes Primarina, and oh, okay, yeah. Basically, my thought process was that as long as I don't have Leech Life, his true switch-ins are both Primarina and Serena, but Serena still has to fear Leech Life, so this was the most obvious play. And I figured, may as well go for the Bandit Poison Jab. No matter what set it is, it goes down, and Primarina, possibly the biggest threat to my team, is gone. Straight up gone. So, okay, so this is annoying. So I've already revealed what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Tyranitar simply because I don't have a switch into this thing. And Tyranitar at this point was my least valuable member, simply because it might be able to deal with the Crossbat, that's not even certain. Serena beats it, this thing beats it, Zygarde should beat it, and Rhydon is no longer a threat due to the Energy Ball turn 1. So I opt to sack off Tyranitar here. He goes for the play rough straight out the gate. I had hope he was going for Iron Head or maybe something that wouldn't kill. But I don't think he has anything that wouldn't kill himself outside of a Dark type move. So here you already see what's up. This was a Dragon Dance Z Earthquake variant. I mentioned Earthquake earlier. And I just had to hope he was not going to switch out. Like, either he was willing to sack or he believed he could live Thousand Arrows. Like, because a slightly bulky Mawile could easily live Thousand Arrows, and he could possibly knock me out with Play Rough, I think, unless I was very defensive. So I just had to hope he was overconfident, and it turns out he was, and Marvel goes down to the Z move, which is just amazing, absolutely amazing. As Sarina is a very good switch in here, because it can prevent me from setting up with drop kicks, and probably win the 1v1, unless I commit to Outrage. And if I commit to Outrage, he can just go into Necrozma and probably tank it, because at this point, you know, you look at my team. I have so many physically offensive Pokemon, like Hawlucha, like Zygarde, like Glyspot, even Glyspot, Necrozma doesn't really work against. I feel like the play here, like the play to bring, would have been defensive, and this basically would force me either to switch out or to go Outrage, so Necrozma would be able to deal with it. So instead, I opt to sacrifice half my Glyspot, since Glyspot doesn't do a whole lot anymore, and I'll use him to pivot out, simply using my emergency exit ability so I can get an easy setup opportunity with my itemless Lucha. Because this was a acrobatics dual fighting stab Soul Stance Hawlucha. And here, this was a bit of a dumbass mode on my part, but at the same time, I was allowed to do it, simply because I was like, okay, Sarina's strongest move to hit Hawlucha with is Zen Headbutt. That is incorrect. That is obviously incorrect, as it gets play rough. However, I did have a really solid amount of bulk, which allowed me to lift play rough outside of sand. So if he goes for play rough here, and he gets a crit or he gets a high roll, then I will go down to sand. And if not, I should still be able to set up. So I do go for Swords Dance. He reveals play rough, and he misses. This is potentially unfortunate, but like I said, I only took one tick of sand, so it was at that point still a roll to kill me. A roll that was, I believe, slightly in my favor. So all in all, a little bit hexy, but I don't think it was the biggest thing. It would have changed his play later on, because he could have gone as a Zygarde instead of whatever he goes into next. But I just go for Acrobatics. He has no berry, he doesn't have Koba Berry, he goes Necrozma. So at this point, yeah, I'll just take the chip, because that's all I need really, as he goes for the Photon Geyser and takes out Hawlucha. And this is the beginning of the end, as Ninetales comes in. So at this point, he effectively has three potential plays. The first one is to click Flash Cannon. I don't think he's gonna run Flash Cannon on this set, because he needs Photon Geyser, he needs Moonlight, or any form of recovery basically, and he needs a coverage move for Tyranitar. So the last move could be Flash Cannon, but I don't think he's going to be 3 attacks, because he's clearly a defensive variant with the Rocky Helmet. So I take that out of the way. His second option is to switch, to sack off Rhydon and try to revenge kill later on with Zygarde, assuming it's Scarf. Again, unlikely. His third option is to recover up, but because of the hail, it will only do 25% healing, and after a nasty plot, I will be able to take him out with my Freeze Dry. As that is exactly what happens, I go for Nasty Plot, and he goes for Moonlight. With the hail, it puts him in range of Freeze Dry. He is like, I believe he had a 13% chance to live, a very small percentage chance, but it doesn't matter because I crit him. So even if I had the minimum roll, it wouldn't have mattered. As he goes to the Zygarde here, I just feel confident unless it's Scarf, he can't hit me, and if he's Scarf, he can't kill me. He confirms Scarf, Freeze Dry takes him out, and Rhydon's gonna fall next to another Freeze Dry, as the debut of Ninetales gets clocked in with a hat-trick. So this ends up being a 4-0 victory for me, putting me back at 3-3 records, and potentially putting me in the race of promoting to Division 2 again. I'm not certain how I exactly stand. I might just mention something about it in Team Builder of Week 8, because at the time of this recording, Week 7 has been partly recorded. I still have the battle to do, but with that in mind, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, I hope you got out of it what you wanted, basically, and I hope to see you guys next time.